Okay, we're on problem 15, the last problem of the May 2011 paper 1. And we've got a graph of a function. F of x is equal to 1.25 minus a to the negative x. And a is a positive constant. We have to keep that in mind for something we're going to do in a little bit. X is greater than or equal to 0. So we're only graphing these values that are on the, if this is the y-axis, we're graphing positive values. All right, we're going to find the y-coordinate of this point A that is the y-intercept. Well, we know the y-intercept is where x is 0, so y is equal to 1.25 minus a to the negative 0. Well, that's just a to the 0, so that's 1.25 minus 1, which is 0.25. The 0.21 lies on the graph of y equals f of x. So I don't know where it is, but here's the 0.21. And I'm supposed to calculate the value of a, knowing that. All right, well, that's good. I've got an x and a y, and I can just plug those into my equation. So I know that y is 1, and that's equal to 1.25 minus a to the negative, and my x value is 2. So 1 is equal to 1.25 minus, now you might want to think of this as 1 over a squared. Whatever works, however you want to do the algebra. I would probably add 1 over a squared over to the left side of the equation, subtract 1 from the right side of the equation. So 1 over a squared is equal to 0.25. So that means that a squared is equal to 1 over 0.25, and a is equal to, now normally we would do plus or minus in this problem, but they tell us that in the beginning of the problem a has to be positive. So a is equal to 2. So the value of a is equal to 2. Now it says write down the equation of L. L is the horizontal asymptote, and we want to know what this horizontal asymptote is. And this problem really kind of tests your understanding of what's happening with asymptotes. Let's think about our original function. So we're going to just do some thinking here because we're just writing something down. We don't have to actually do any calculations. So I've got y is equal to 1.25 minus, and we wrote this earlier as 1 over a to the x. What is happening as, and a is positive, so you got to keep that in mind. What is happening is that x value is getting really big. Well, as that x, because that's what the horizontal asymptote is. The horizontal asymptote gives end behavior. So as the values of x are getting really big, the values of this fraction are getting really small. And what we say is that as this fraction, so as x gets big, 1 over a to the x gets really small. So that means basically it becomes 0, and the horizontal asymptote is y equals 1.25. And that problem is a little bit of a stretch. If you have had pre-cal, then you remember doing limits, and that probably is a little bit intuitive. If you hadn't had pre-cal, but you had honors algebra 2, we do spend a lot of time talking about that asymptotic behavior in algebra 2. But it's been a while since we've looked at a problem just like this. And you're done with the afternoon session, paper 1 for the May 2011 Math Studies IB exam.